Excel Unit D is all about creating a chart. So in Excel, there's a lot of different really easy ways to make some really nice creative charts. So we're going to start with our Excel D1 data file that you should find on My Big Campus on the schoolwork assignment. And we're going to start with saving this as, I'm going to tell mine to go on my desktop. And we're going to save this as EXD quarterly tour expenses. We're going to start with selecting the range A4 through E12. A4 through E12, and then we're going to click the Insert tab on our ribbon. We're going to click the Column button in the Charts group, and we want to choose the clustered column under the 2D column in the gallery. So we'll go under 2D, and we want the clustered column. Now it just inserts a chart. I'm going to point to the edge of this chart and move it out of the way so it doesn't cover up any of my data. And notice the blue box shows us what data it's pulling from. The green box up here and the purple boxes over here show us our different axes. All right, now we're going to click on the Switch Row and Column button. Here's the Switch Row and Column button, and that just gives us a different view. It swaps our axes. All right, now we're going to click the Undo button. We want to switch it back. And we're going to click the Chart Tools Layout tab over here. Now, if you have not selected on your chart, if you're clicked on your data somewhere, you don't have that option. Once you click on your chart, then it gives you your Chart Tools options over here. So always remember, if you can't find the Design, Layout, or Format buttons in your Chart Tools, it's because your chart is not selected. So we're going to click on the Layout tab, and then we're going to click the Chart Title button. Here's Chart Title, and then we're going to choose Above Chart. So it's adding a chart title above our chart. And we want to type Quarterly Tour Expenses. So I'm going to triple click in there and type Quarterly Tour Expenses. Then I'm just going to click off of it anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and save this right quick and make sure I don't lose any changes. I'm going to make sure that my chart is selected, so I'm going to click on the chart, and then I'm going to point my mouse over the chart so that my cursor changes, and I want to point to a blank area near the upper left edge of the chart. So right up over here, we're going to press and hold the left mouse button and drag the chart until its upper left corner is at the upper left corner of cell A16. So we're going to notice how my mouse changes. If I do this, it changes the size of my chart. And if I'm clicked over here with this mouse type, I can actually move. Okay, so we want our chart to be in the corner of A16. All right, now I'm going to put the mouse on the right middle sizing handle until it changes. Right here, we changed it. And we're going to drag the right border of the chart to the right edge of column G. Okay, I had the wrong side. The right edge of column G. So I'm pulling this over here. And I also need to pull my whole chart over here, it looks like. So we want our chart to end up being extended from A all the way over to column G. We want to expand all the way through those columns. Okay, now we're going to point to the upper middle sizing handle, and we want to drag the top edge to row 15. So we're going to just expand it up a little bit higher. Now we're going to scroll down if necessary to so that row 30 is visible, and I already have 30 visible even though I didn't have to scroll down. We're going to position the pointer over the lower middle sizing handle, and we're going to pull this up to row 26. So we're going to shrink it a little bit to row 26. And notice how it doesn't cut off any of our data. It just shrinks it down and combines it a little bit more compactly so we don't lose any data. Okay, now we're going to click the legend. Our legend over here should say quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to press and hold Shift, and we're going to drag the legend up and notice how it keeps it in line. If I move my mouse from side to side, it still keeps that legend in line with where it is supposed to be. We're going to pull it up so that the dotted line is approximately 1/4 of an inch from the top of the plot area. So I'm going to say right about here. And then you release the Shift key and your mouse click. Now we're going to click on cell A12, and we're going to type United States. And I'll just hit enter. Then I'm going to use the AutoFit to resize column A. I'm just going to double click there between my columns so it automatically fits the text in the width of the cell. Now we're going to do Control Home to take us all the way up to the very first cell. I'm going to go ahead and click Save so I don't lose any of my changes. Now I'm going to click cell D11. D11, and I'm going to type 4568.92 and hit enter. And then I'm going to type 6107.09 and hit enter. And this formula automatically changed for us. We didn't even have to recalculate or anything. We're going to select the chart by clicking a blank area within the chart border. So I'm just going to click on a blank area in here. And we're going to click the Chart Tools Design tab. And then we're going to click Layout 3 in the Chart Layouts group. So Chart Layouts group, and we're going to click Layout 3. And it changes the way our chart looks just a little bit. Now we're going to click the Undo button because we decided we probably don't like that. Alright, now we're going to click the Change Chart Type button in the Type group. Change Chart Type. And we want to click Bar. And then we're going to change it to a clustered bar chart type. Clustered bar. There it is, that very first one. And then we're going to click OK. Okay, so this is what a clustered bar chart type looks like. We're going to change our chart type again. This time we want to choose a column type. And we want to change this to a 3D clustered column. Where is 3D clustered column? 3D stacked. 3D clustered column. This one right here. So we're going to click on that and click OK. And now we have a 3D clustered column chart. Okay, now we're going to click the Change Chart Type again, and this time we just want the clustered column, this very first one. And we'll click OK. And we want to click the Style 3 Chart Style in the Chart Styles group. Style 3 is this blue one here. And then we're going to undo. We decided we don't really like that after all. Okay, with our chart still selected, we want to click the Chart Tools Layout tab, and we're going to click the Grid Lines button in the Axes group. There's grid lines, and we want to point to primary horizontal grid lines, and then we want to click None. So that took away those grid lines. Alright, now we're going to click on the Grid Lines button, and we're going to point to primary horizontal grid lines again, and we want to choose major and minor grid lines, this last one here. So that added a lot of grid lines back to our chart area. Okay, we're going to click the Axes Title button in the Labels group. Okay, Axis Title button, and we want to point to primary vertical, and then choose Rotated Title. Okay, we're going to triple click the vertical axis title and then type expenses in $signs. Okay, so triple click in here, and we're going to type in expenses, and then in parentheses in $sign, close parenthesis. And we can click anywhere on the chart to deselect that. So we have expenses in $signs. Now we're going to right click the horizontal axis labels, Australia. Okay, so we'll just double click here, right click here on Australia, and we want to click the font list arrow. Oh, on the mini toolbar, okay. Font list arrow on the mini toolbar, and we want to choose Times New Roman. So I'm going to scroll way down here to Times New Roman, and then we want to choose the font size list arrow and change it to 8. 8. And then we're going to right click the vertical axis labels, and we want to choose Times New Roman again. Times New Roman is in our recently used fonts, and font size is going to be 8. Okay, now we're going to right click the chart title, quarterly tour expenses, and we want to click format chart title. Format chart title at the bottom. And then we're going to click the border color. And we're going to choose the solid line option button. We're going to click shadow. And then we're going to click the presets list arrow. And we want to click offset diagonal bottom right in the outer group. Offset diagonal bottom right, this first one. And then we want to close. Okay, so now we have a shadow and a line around our title. Okay, with the chart still selected, we're going to click the Chart Tools Format tab, and we're going to click any column in the Quarter 4 data series. So Quarter 4 is a purple one, so I'm going to click on any of the purple columns, and we're going to click the Shape Fill List arrow in the Shape Styles group. Shape Fill List arrow. And we want to choose Orange Accent 6, the very top orange one. So it changed it from purple to orange. It changed each one and also our legend. We're going to click any column in the Quarter 3 data series, which are the green ones, so I can choose any green one. And we want to click the More button in the Shape Styles gallery, So we're going to click More, and we're going to hover and point over Moderate Effect Olive Green Accent 3 Shape Style. This one here, Moderate Effect Olive Green Accent 3. Now we're going to click the Subtle Effect from the gallery. It's this one right above it, I think. Subtle Effect Olive Green Accent 3. We're going to choose that one, and it changes it quite a bit. Okay, we're going to make sure our chart is still selected, and we're going to click the Chart Tools Layout tab. We're going to click the text box button in the Insert group, text box, and then we're going to click to the right of the chart anywhere outside of the chart boundary. So anywhere out here, we're going to click, and then we're going to type Great Improvement. Great Improvement, and we're going to point to an edge of the text box so that the pointer changes. And we're going to drag the text box into the chart to the left of the chart title. To the left of the chart title. So we will have it right over here. Okay, we're going to click the chart to select it. And we're going to go to the Chart Tools Layout tab again. We're going to click the Shapes button in the Insert group. And we want an arrow shape in the Lines category. So here's an arrow. Then we're going to move our pointer over the text box in the chart. So we're going to move our pointer. We're going to position it on the red handle to the right of the T. So we're going to put it right here. Press and hold the left mouse and drag the line to the Q2 column for the Germany category in the chart. So we're going to point, click and drag all the way to the green one in Germany, and then we let go. We're going to click the Shape Outline List arrow, and we want to choose Automatic Color. We're going to click the Shape Outline List arrow again, and we're going to go down to Weight, and we want to choose 1.5 points. Now we have the black arrow. Now we're going to select the range A5 through A12. A5 through A12. We're going to press and hold down Control and select the range F5 through F12. Then we're going to click on the Insert tab, and we're going to click the Pi button. And we want to choose Pi in 3D. Pi in 3D is what we choose. Now we're going to drag the chart so its upper left corner is in the upper left corner of G1. And then we're going to click Layout 2 in the Chart Layouts group. Layout 2. We're going to select the chart title text and then type Total Expenses by Country. So I'm going to triple click in there, and I will type total, let me capitalize that, total expenses by country. Capitalize that C. Okay, we're going to click this slice for India. So it looks like India is the orange one here. So we're going to click on that slice. We want it to be the only slice selected. So it looks like I'm going to have to move around and click a little bit. Okay, now it's the only slice selected. It took me just a few clicks to figure out how to get it to where it's the only slice selected. Then we're going to right click and we're going to do Format Data Point. We're going to double click 0 in the point explosion text box. So down here we'll double click 0 and change it to 40. And then we click close. So that expanded it out here. We're going to click on cell A1 and we're going to switch to page layout view. And I'm going to click right down here and go to page layout view. And I'm going to type my name in the left header text box. And then I'm going to click on cell A1 again. Now I'm going to click the page layout tab and I'm going to click orientation and I want to go to landscape. Now I'm going to click on the file tab and I'm going to go to print. I want to click the no scaling button that's already selected. And I'm going to tell it to fit on one page. And so everything now, instead of being broken up, it fits onto one sheet, one page. Okay, now what I want you to do is go back to home. I want you to do Control tilde, or you can also go to formulas and show formulas. And now we have everything expanded. It looks a little bit bigger, but we see our formulas. Now because we didn't actually input any formulas, they were already put in here for you, I'm going to tell you let's do Control tilde again, or you can deselect show formulas so that we still have it on one page and everything looks nice and neat. We're going to save this as a PDF and submit it to My Big Campus. And I'm going to make sure and tell this to save to my desktop as a PDF. And then we are ready to submit our steps for Unit D.